Hi everyone, it's Susie. Welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome in. As you can see, I have a bin of jewelry in front of me. And this is a purchase that I had made from two old guys, Vintage and Resale, Mark and Michael. They have a wonderful channel on YouTube. I will include their link below in the description box, and that way you can check them out and subscribe and let them know that I sent you. So I took everything out of the box. Each piece was individually wrapped. Here is a peek of what I received. So I'm going to go through it. I think I'm not sure if I want to do a show and sell. We will see. So let me take a few pieces out and begin. First piece is this. I have to say, this is pretty nice. Look at these shells. This is a gold tone necklace. It has a spring ring clasp. Very nice stations along the chain. There's these gold tone beads. And then you have these links. This has a 15-inch drop. So it's a 30-inch necklace. And you have these wire wrapped shells. Very beachy. And the shells are in good condition. I don't see any cracks. So we have that. The next one is some statement piece. This has a really ornate chain. I forgot the name of this chain, but there is a name to describe this type of chain. It has a fold-over clasp on the top in polished gold tone, and it's holding all these rhinestones. And there's also yellow ones. The middle has this huge flower. Let's look at this close. Okay, everything looks complete there. The same for this one. Wait. I think that's one rhinestone missing right on the bottom petal. Yeah, I think so, but it's so hard to tell. Then the middle one, wow, this is, even the petals have rhinestones. And then you have the bigger ones in the middle. Yeah, the same here too. These petals have rhinestones on like every other petal. And then you have this large rectangle with square and rectangular rhinestones. And they look to be intact. And then you have the oval one on the far left. Really, very, very eye-catchy, very blingy. This is the back of it. So it is open back. And looking at it close, some of those links I see do have some copper peeking through, but that's normal. And this here measured in at 17 inches across total. So we have this one, really ornate, beautiful statement necklace. This necklace is there's a jewelry tag. I recognize it immediately, that leaf-shaped one. It is Coldwater Creek. There you see very ornate bead caps. There's a lobster claw. This is made up of multiple strands of black seed beads and I guess clear bugle beads. Yeah. So here you can see it's multiple strands, many. I'm not even going to attempt to count, but let's find out what the drop is. So this is about 8 inches in drop, and then you do have that extender, which is only 2 inches long. And there you see again, there's the jewelry tag, the leaf shape tag, Coldwater Creek. So we have that. So I grabbed all the bracelets out. Let's go over this interesting one. This is really unique. It's silver tone and polished. A curved piece of metal with two gigantic beads on the end. One silver tone and one covered in huge rhinestones. When I place this on the mandrel, I would say it goes down to 7 inches in circumference. So we have this one. Super interesting. I'll try this on. And there you go. Next up is this stretch one, but you know what? This will go into a craft lot because the stretch is really tight and taut, and it needs to be restrung. This also has, well, let's take a look at this. It looks silver tone on this side, copper tone on this side, or brass tone. No, more copper tone. I'm going to say copper tone. You also have these two panels that have a black enamel cross on them. You have this one with the copper throughout. This one has some. This one has like a couple of brass tone. Well, that's a brass tone center. Yeah, same here. Nice bracelet though, but like I said, this here will be a craft item because it needs to be restrung. And there's no marks in here. I did check. So yeah, you can tell the elastic inside is pretty old. It's kind of yellowed. The next one is brand new. The stretch is excellent. The elastic, as you can see, is very new and white. This one here has some leaves. These very ornate rondelles. And beautiful faceted raw stones in like a green blue color pattern with some earthy tones. This is very nice. Let's place this here, and this comes in at, without stretching it, I would say 6.5. So we have that. The next one is also a stretch bracelet. Stretch is excellent. Elastic is new and white. Beautiful blues. You have these shell pieces, as well as these little shell chunks. And the beads, I believe, are acrylic. But love the blue. So we have this one, and this came in at also 6.5 on the mandrel without stretching it. The next one, wow, this is beautiful. It is silver tone. It has like a gradient design of blue rhinestones here. It's darker up top, and then it gets lighter, and then there's a clear rhinestones towards the end. You also have these oval links, and they're filled with rhinestones as well. And so let's go around the bracelet to be sure. And okay, it has an extension. This here, it has a fold over clasp. You can take one of the links off, like so. This is how it is with, let's see. Yeah, you can take this entire link off. You see there's a hinge there to make it smaller. Well, that's great. The interior is very ornate, and I think I have a feeling as to what this is. There you can see the inside. If you didn't guess already, this is a Brighton. Yeah. So let's go back to where the hinges were. Yeah, right there. And let me bring in the magnifier, and that way you can see right there, it says Brighton. And it's also on the other hinge. So this beautiful bracelet with all the rhinestones intact is a Brighton, and I'm going to measure it with that extender. And with that extender, it goes down to, I'm going to say 7.5. So you can remove that and it'll probably be about a 7. So we have this bracelet, Brighton bracelet. Very nice. There you go. The next bracelet in line is this stretch bracelet. This one is a beautiful seafoam green bead, along with all these different charms all around it. You have some dangling beads. You have this here. Very sweet. The only problem with this one is the stretch. It's not the greatest. You see, it does stretch, but it's not a new stretch, and it's not too tight. When I measure this, it comes out to around the same, 6.5, maybe 6.25. So it is a beautiful stretch bracelet with all the different charms, but you can wear it, but I would also suggest having it restrung. This next one is amethyst, and these chunks are quite large. There's also silver tone bead spacers sporadically around the bracelet. The stretch is excellent. You see that elastic is very white and clean. These are much bigger chunks. That can be tucked in. This here, let me place it on the manual without stretching it. It goes down to 6.5. So we have this here, really large chunks of amethyst. What a beautiful purple. Polished too. So we have this stretch bracelet, amethyst stretch bracelet. The last bracelet in this group is a toggle bracelet in silver tone. There's 3 loops at one end. When I measured it, connecting this here to the last loop, it measured in at 7.25 on the bracelet manual. You have to take into consideration the thickness of these components. So 7.25 the most, and you can make it shorter. This here is Unikite. Beautiful oval cabochons of polished Unikite. I always think of peas and carrots. The back side is open back, but I do notice that on the back of the frames, there is some discoloration where you can see the copper peeking through. So as you can see, but you can see the back of these stones very well. So there's copper all on the top and bottom of each one of these. But doesn't that look nice? So we have that. The Unikite silver tone toggle bracelet. Let's move on and see what else this lot has to offer. I found this bracelet. It's a gold tone, hinged. Well, this has a sliding mechanism where this part goes right in there, and there is a safety chain. As you can see, the jump rings are a little discolored. This is old, and it's filled with beautiful AB coated rhinestones. Now let's see if anything is missing. Okay. I mean, I'm guessing these are leaves. So everything looks intact. This is the inside of it. And when I looked at it, I did see, let me grab the magnifier. I did see like a remnant. There it is. Can you see that? Lisner. It's faintly there, but it is there. So this is a Lisner bracelet. It is a oblong, and it only measured in at 6 3/4. So we have this beautiful Lisner gold tone bracelet with the safety chain. Before we get into the brooches I have up here, I forgot about this bracelet. I saw this up the side. This here is a gold tone double link bracelet. It measures in at 6 1/4, and it has a fold over clasp, and it's holding this. Tell me that isn't gorgeous. Look at the multi-prong set, amber colored rhinestone. Then you have these beautiful like capsules underneath it, also prong set. And then you have this huge oval amber tone cabochon on the bottom, also prong set. I thought this was a locket at first, but no, I don't see a hinge, so it doesn't open. And then on the opposite side, you have this beautiful round, also amber tone cabochon with the filigree design around it. This is in beautiful condition. It is a very unique bracelet with this very large charm, double-sided charm hanging off of it. Isn't it beautiful? So we have this. Like I said, Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale really do offer a lot of beautiful jewelry. So I really hope you check them out. And don't forget, let them know that I sent you there. So we have this one. Okay, now for brooches. The first one I have is this very pretty antique style brooch. It has the rose and the pale pink with this like dotted design on the back of it. It has a faux pearl hanging off the bottom. This here is maybe a 1928 with that design on the back. Has a little tiny pin, so we have this one. Next brooch is this satin silver tone, textured, feathery. Nice detailing on the feathers. It's polished in the middle. It has a little curve on the top. This has some glue residue underneath. The pin is very straight. We have this leaf brooch. Next, we have another feathery brooch. This time, it's a much brighter silver tone. The left side is this open work motif filled with rhinestones. They look to be all there. I would say half of these rhinestones have a yellowed effect, or have yellowed. This brooch is substantial in weight. Here is the back side of it. The pin slightly bowed, maybe? No, it's just the way it's set. But I see the clasp does show some copper peeking through. Otherwise, it's not bad. So we have this one. I forgot I had this little contraption here that I could use. It's easier to hold the brooch steadier. This one here, I guess I'm going through all the feathery ones first. This one is a gold tone brooch. textured design. You have the polished gold tone trim. But this one surprised me when I looked at the back of it, because there is a cartouche. And this is also substantial in weight. And that says JJ with the copyright. So this is a JJ brooch. The next one is this tiny little, I mean, that's small. Compared to my hand, you can see the proportion. It's a little bee filled with rhinestones. The eyes are red. But looking at it, it looks like that golden spot right in the center. Maybe missing one unless it's fashioned that way. The leaves have a little design, not leaves, the wings. The wings have a little design on them. That's the back of it. It looks really good in condition-wise. No marks, but we have this tiny little bee. And that spot doesn't look too bad. I don't know, like I said, if it is missing a rhinestone, because it's right in the center in between two adjacent rhinestones. So we got the bee. Here's another tiny little brooch. I call them brooches because they have clasp, but if they had that tack pin, then I would call it a tack pin. This one here is filled with beautiful clear rhinestones, and they seem to be all there. The back of this is marked. I don't know if you can see that. Let's grab my magnifier. That pin is in the way. Oh gosh. That says Monet. Yes. Okay, I opened the pin up so that way you can see. There you see Monet. This is the tiniest brooch I think I've ever seen. So we have this Monet Pave Rhinestone heart-shaped brooch. This next one, gold tone. I see it needs to be cleaned a lot within those crevices. And even the leaves have a lot of wear. Let's look at the back side of this. This is quite heavy. I don't see a name. The pin, look how far it sticks out. I don't know. This could use a really good repurposing. Maybe change the color of the petals. But otherwise, I think all the components are there. I mean, this here has 3 little black beads and this one has 2. But yeah, a very old floral brooch. This next one's really pretty. Look at how high those settings are. These are prong set, like a very deep pink purple rhinestone, and they're flowers. You can tell by the pale pink rhinestones that make up the petals, and the bottom looks like a bow. It's on this silver tone setting. There you can see the proportion. This is the back side of it. Don't see any marks on this either, but there you can see the pin is in good condition. Very pretty. So we have this one. I guess I should hold it this way so you can see it again. Really pretty. So we have that. The next one is this, I would say the white beads could possibly be acrylic. Yeah, maybe. And then you have the enamel swirls. But looking at it close, this does need a bit TLC. Why? Because I don't know if you see it right away. There's a couple white beads missing. And one is right there on the bottom left. And the other one is right there. So if you have the beads to replace this and clean it up a bit, this will be a nice little brooch. It is two-tone. I see the gold tone setting and then those silver beads that make up the middle of the flower. This is the back of it. You could see that enameling was not that neatly done. There is the pin, so that does show a slight bow. So we have this one here. Old vintage white enamel brooch. This next one fits right into this Barbie doll craze. It has beautiful pink rhinestones with the pink cameo. And she looks very pensive. All the rhinestones seem to be intact. It's silver tone with the rope design around the cameo. Looking at it, it looks like I do see some glue residue. Like you see that? The little orange spots? That's old glue. Now this here can be worn as a pendant or a brooch. So that's what it looks like on the back. It is in good condition. And look how far the pin sticks out on this one. So we have this really sweet pink rhinestone cameo. This next one, it's pretty heavy. It's a basket filled with, I don't know, beads. If you notice, the basket has black enameling with some textured designs on the right. There are little tiny rhinestones there, as well as throughout. Then you have these white cloudy beads that have like a swirly design in them, as well as all these clear rhinestones. And they're all there. This is heavy. Yeah, has some weight to it. Okay, it has this design. Now, is this one 1928? I don't recall. But let's take a look at this. It works great. The pin is fairly straight. Maybe this is a 1920. I don't recall. Let me grab the other one. Which design is considered that 1928 brand? I think it's this one. Let me know in the comments below. So this very well could be vintage. And this here is a newer one. But it's a very sweet brooch, a basket filled with these beads. This next brooch is heavy as well. This is tiered and it's dimensional. Really pretty. Rose filled with clear rhinestones all around the petals. And then you have these beautiful polished leaves underneath. This is the back. You see there's a hollow piece right there. It is textured. And I don't see a maker's mark in there. The pin looks good. The clasp works well. This is a very pretty brooch of a rose. This next one's very pretty, filled with faux pearls. And then you have the satin gold tone detailed leaves. Let's look at the back. There is a cartouche, and that says Crown Safari with the copyright. The pin is nice and straight. This is in pretty nice condition. So we have this beautiful faux pearl wreath brooch by Crown Safari. This next brooch is pretty special. I would say it's brass tone. And if you notice the surface, let me bring you in close. This is what they call sugar glass. And this brooch looks like so on the back side. Beautiful ornate filigree back. It has the filigree scalloped edge all around. And when I looked this up, I've seen others list this, and it's the same exact brooch, but I don't know how they list it as being from the 60s, West Germany, sugar glass floral brooch. I don't see any markings that would prove that. I did see other brooches that had that swedge backing, and on the actual swedge back it did say West Germany. So this one here, the way it's constructed, it can be. And like I said, I saw the same one and they described it like so, and they were asking quite a lot of money, over $100. But this here is in great condition. Beautiful motif of flowers. I like this prongs that they use to hold that together. Really very nice brooch. So we have this. The last brooch I wanted to show you in this lot. I was pretty thrilled when I saw this. This is a Cupid angel with the bell. And I guess it is a holiday angel because of the holly and the berries on top. But what excited me more was what it said on the back. And let me grab my loop and show you what it says. Can you see that? COREL with the copyright in uppercase. Corel. Now, if you haven't heard about Corel, it's a vintage jewelry brand that goes back to 1971. It's related to the brand Coro. Coro became the property of this corporation called Richton International in 1969. So Richton International Corp owned 51% of Coro, as well as Oscar de la Renta, and they launched the Corel brand in 1971. So Corel was only around for about 10 years. They produced jewelry from 71 to almost 79, so a little for almost 10 years. Because in 1979, all of Coro's companies went bankrupt. Now, Corel, which is this brand, was very popular at the time for their Christmas motifs. So they had Santa Clauses, elves, angels, Christmas trees. And this one is the Cupid angel with the bell. And it's gold tone with some enameling on top. So this here is very substantial in weight. It's in great condition. There you see the Cupid. I guess it's ringing. This rope is hanging off of the bell, maybe ringing the bell. Here's the back side. As you can see, very nice condition. So we have this one by Corel, and if you come across anything by this company, it's a sought after brand. It's very rare. They've only been around less than 10 years, and it's a subsidiary, I guess, of Coro, but was owned by, like I said, Richton International Corp. So we have this one. The next piece is part of a set. It is a gold tone. It almost looks like a bottle cap. A brooch, and there is a flower encased beneath the cover. Maybe plastic? Excuse my fingerprints. There you see, that is the brooch. That's the back of it. There is no markings. And it comes with there's a pin. This pin is nice and straight. It does poke out a bit, so a little stabby factor right there. And these are the screw back earrings. Matching set. Just tinier. Here's the other one. They look to be in really nice condition for their age. There's the other one. So we have this set. I don't know, I would say that's the size of a $50. And then these are maybe a size of a nickel. Really unique. I have not found anything like this online. So if you take a screenshot of this and try to Google Lens it, you don't come up with much. So we have this. The only other set of earrings in this lot was this pair. This is a dangling pair of yellow and clear rhinestone post earrings. They're brand new. Let's take one off. I could show you what it looks like on the back. That's what they look like. Really fun earrings that I don't know if they did belong on this card, because it does say something on the back, and it says lead compliant, but I don't know. But these are really nice. Very bright, very cheerful, really fun. Drop earrings for pierced ears. Next up we have a ring. That is really worn. But this ring is substantial. Look at this. It is filled with beautiful glass rhinestones. It has weight. This comes in at 7.5. So let's try it on. That's what it would look like. So we have that. We have another ring. This has a very thick band. It is gold tone. And this one's very heavy too. This one comes in at a size 8. There's the underside. This looks to be in nice condition. Well, at least better than the other. It's very thick. Can you see that? So that's what this would look like. It's pretty cool. That's substantial. Let's try them both on again. So we have these two rings. So on to the necklaces. This is the last of what's left in this jewelry lot. I believe it was a 40-piece jewelry lot that I purchased. So we'll begin with this one. This one here is beautiful. Look at this. This is glass. Faceted glass. It is hand knotted. As you can see, the ends not too neat. Maybe the person was learning. It does have a silver tone lobster claw. I love the beads. They do have some thickness to them. They do have a Aurora Borealis coating on them as well. Let's see. This one here, let's grab the tape measure. It comes out to about 8.5 inches in drop. You do have a tiny little extender. That one's not even, oh, maybe almost 2 inches. You have this one. The next one's another glass bead necklace. 2 strands. Oh, this is similar to one I've just come across. The drop to the shorter strand is 9.5, so that makes it a 19-inch necklace. It's finished off with a gold tone lobster claw. I love the colors. You even have the bicones. And these little oblong shaped hoops. You have the beads that have the foil inside. Just a beautiful, beautiful necklace. I like that. Next up, I want to bring you in close to look at these beads. They're cloisonne style, I guess. They're in this like a really deep brick tone with the greens and the pinks. As you can see, they're hand knotted with the thread. It has this beautiful oval box clasp. Just beautiful. This and the beads are not very big. This here has a 10-inch drop. So this necklace is 20 inches. Very unique. I don't think I've run across this color before. So we have this one. The next one's a double strand necklace. It has a spring ring clasp closure. Different style chains. As you move down, there's some gold tone bead stations. The bigger one has the ornate bead caps. Moving down, it repeats itself again until you get to the end. This one here, as you can see, is super long. It is 26 inches in drop. So this here chain, double strand chain, is 52 inches in long in total. So we have this one, and there's no brand. I thought I would find something like, I don't know, Napier or Monet. But we have this unbranded. This next one, beautiful vintage necklace, hand knotted. Beautiful color. It's like a periwinkle blue. Look at the shapes of these beads. You have these little almond shaped ones, and you have these with the swirls. More bigger beads with swirls. You keep going down, it repeats itself. goes on and on. This here is also very long, has a 26-inch drop, making it a 52-inch necklace with that type of closure. That's a little box clasp too, but I love the round cabochon on top. So we have this one. I love this color. It's just it's one of my faves. This next one is very long too. This one is an infinity strand because I did not find a clasp. The colors, I always associate jewelry color with food. These look like peas, and the rest looks like red and green peppers. There's I would say the majority of this necklace is made of glass beads, but then I do see some of these, like, look at these cylinders. They look like acrylic to me, and yeah, right there, or something else, I don't know. But yeah, this is a very, very long strand, longer than the previous two that I had shown you. Now let me let's go through this together. You have different shapes: bicones, ovals, saucers, cylinders. This has a drop of 29 inches. So that means it's 58 inches long. So we have this one right here. This glass bead infinity strand. The last piece in this jewelry lot is this here vintage necklace. Looking at it, it is in sad condition due to the fact that I see a lot of peeling from the beads. These beads have a coating. As see, this one right here is just about to crack off. So they have a film that can easily be removed and I guess worn as is. This here is marked. I mean, these end bars look really nice, but I did see a marking, and there it is. So let me grab the loop again, and here you can see it says Deauville, Deauville, and it's made up of these swirly beads, which I'll bring you in close. They are acrylic, and as you can see, the coating just flakes right off. But underneath, it's a, you know, this one seems to be blue. This one is a white bead. That one's a white bead. This would be a fun project to remove the coating and maybe wear the necklace as is. This one here, the coating is intact, but as you can see, many of them are losing that film that is placed on top of the bead. This one here has this green frosted design with all this confetti on top of it, and that's intact. You have these brass tone bead spacers. You have a very pretty faceted bead right there, and that feels like glass. You have these really awesome rondelles that have a green bead center. You see that it's coming right off my finger. Okay, continuing down, You have another one of those beads. These green glittery beads are intact. It's basically the blue beads and these pink beads. So see, as you can see, they're all losing their coating. This is how it's finished off. It does have an extender with the same type of beads and that same coating that is basically falling off as I handle it. These are just beautiful components. So let me show you. It's basically a double strand acrylic bead necklace, and when I measure it going across, it only goes up to 16 inches. So those necklaces back in the 60s or even earlier were really small. Duville, let me tell you about Duville. It's the J.R. Woods and Sons Incorporated. They manufactured Duville jewelry in Brooklyn, New York, and they started in 1850. The company became part of the Keepsake division of Lenox in 1970, and that business is still active today. In 1975, they changed the name. This Duville brand name, mark, whatever, is no longer used. In 1975, they changed the name. It was J.R. Wood, and then it was Art Carved Inc. And they're known for school rings, wedding rings, family rings, things like that. It's all over. So we have this one here by, let me show you the mark again, Duville. So that wraps up this unboxing from two old guys, Vintage and Resale, Mark and Michael. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget, check out their channel, subscribe. They offer a variety of things. And if you enjoyed this content, please give me that thumbs up. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. It's free to subscribe. And if there's anything you would like to purchase, all you need to do is email me at dragonflybeez@gmail.com. The instructions are at the end of the video. I also include them below in the description box. So don't forget, comment below. I love to read your comments. And thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you real soon. Bye.